Look at that. It's like a flamethrower. Uh-oh. Oh my God. Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Neil and welcome back to BeamNG Drive. In today's episode, we have yet another extreme track toy, go-kart, ultra mega, I don't know what you would call this kind of car. But anyway, we have another one. This is the Fintray Road Sport. And actually, before we begin, if you caught my last video, I offered up a challenge to anybody that could beat me, beat my time at the late to work again scenario to let me know on Twitter and Instagram, and I would shout you out. I'm actually going to announce the winners on Saturday, so keep a lookout. There's already one person who's beat me, which is just absolutely insane. But yeah, if you want to give it a shot, take a pic of your time and send it over to me on Twitter or Instagram, and you'll get a shout out if you beat me. So anyway, we are on the Nardo. I think that's how you say it. The Nardo Speed Ring, which I believe is a real place. It's basically just a giant circle to see how fast you can get vehicles going. So we're going to test this thing out here today, see how fast we can get it going. Just from the back of this thing, it almost looks like a bathtub or something. I don't know. It is kind of similar to the vehicle we checked out just the other day that went by the name of the Track Fob Super Light. It is a little similar, but I think this one's a little sleeker looking, I guess. The Fintray Road Sport. We don't have as many variants, but we do have a police version, which I thought was pretty cool. But I'm driving the track version right now, which I just assume is going to be the fastest one. But we also have a sports special, of course, the UK and the US versions of the police car, and then the base model, and then the regular sports version, which I think actually looks the cool. I'm a sucker for neon colors, so I guess I just like the colors on this one. But this is the track version, which I'm assuming is going to be the fastest version here. So let's take it around the track and see how fast we can get this thing going. I'm guessing maybe 160 to 175. That's just what I think this thing could go. It's very, very aerodynamic, even with that bathtub shape. I don't know. That's just what it looks like to me. I don't know why. There we go. Already up to 140 miles an hour, and it still seems like we got some a ways to go here. It's still picking up speed. It's actually not going as fast as I thought, but you got to keep in mind, it's basically just a track toy. I mean, it's probably meant to go very fast around a track and not necessarily in just a straight line, but we're still getting up there. 167 and climbing, so we might actually hit 170, 180 in this thing. There we go, 170, 172, still speeding up. This track is really cool, man. I mean, it seems simple enough. It's literally just a giant circle, but that's what it is. I'm fairly certain this is a real place, because I think this is where the new Bugatti hit like some car has the land speed record for like cars you can just drive on the road that went like almost 300 miles an hour around this thing. I don't know. I could be wrong about that. I didn't fact check myself, but I know there's been lots of records broken here. But there we go, 175. It actually seems like we're topping out at about 175 here, which is still pretty freaking fast, about where I thought this thing was gonna end up. Now I know something funny about this track. If you drive over here, you'll see some bumps in the road, and they basically just shred your tires if you run over them. Oh. Oh no. So there's the wipeout, tires flying everywhere. The two pieces kind of covering the engine bay kind of fell off. But besides being a little bit bent out of shape, the actual tub body of this thing is looking pretty good. You might be able to salvage maybe one piece of that. I don't really know. Just because I'm curious, let's actually take out the sports special version. I don't know if this is like gonna be any faster, but I still just want to see. This one is pretty sleek as well. Let's see, excuse me, how fast we can get this thing going here. And here's the first person, if you're wondering. I noticed that this is the only first person mode that actually works well, because if you go to the seat, it's a little low. Just a little low, so I can't really see anything. I'm just basically staring at the dash. So if you want to do first person, this is probably your best bet here. But there we go, 140 miles an hour, and I think that's actually where it's topping out. So I think I was correct. The track version is going to be the fastest version here. This one's actually going over the bumps though, and it's not shredding the tires. Come on, man. I kind of like it when it shreds the tires. We're airborne. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, the tires just are very, very, very vulnerable in this thing, which makes sense. It's a open wheel design. But anyway, let's actually take this to the track and see how fast we can get around. It seems to handle pretty well. So let's take it to an actual track here. I think I'm going to go to West Coast, USA, because I really like the racetrack there. Alrighty, here we are with the track sport version. So let's see what this thing can do. Let's take it around the track here. I'm going to try not to crash this thing, but I can't make any promises because if you guys are not new to the channel, you know I'm not the best driver in BeamNG of all time. But this game, you know, I'm used to this game. I've been playing it for years, and I've heard like sim racing enthusiasts say that this is one of the hardest games to actually get good at driving in. There we go. I meant to do that. So I guess that makes me feel a little bit better. And you know, maybe if I actually ever get into actual sim racing, maybe I'll be a little bit better than I would have been if I hadn't played BeamNG for 5-6 years. So there's that, I guess. But yeah, this thing actually handles pretty well. I did have one spin out, but that was mainly my fault. I accelerated into the turn, which is not good. But here's the straightaway. Let's see how fast we can get it up here. There we go, 100 miles an hour, push it. This thing does get a little wobbly at higher speeds. I did notice that, some speed wobbles here, so you do have to pay attention quite a bit. But, you know, it's pretty good. It's pretty good indeed. All right, let's try not to fly into the sand here. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Gets very wobbly when you hit the brakes. I guess that's understandable, though. But so far, so good with the Top Mobile. I'm going to call it that. I mean, I know it's not. It's very, very sleek looking, very cool looking. But I just can't shake... I just can't shake the picture out of my mind of this thing looking just like a straight-up bathtub. But it's the fastest bathtub on the face of the planet. Anyway, we're cruising around this speedway here pretty freaking fast. This is. I would definitely drive one. I don't know if these are road legal or not, but if they were, I think it would be pretty fun. I'd feel very vulnerable driving this thing, though, that's for sure. We need an off-road version of this as well. Anyway, across the line we go, so let's just go straight into the wall. And upside down. Beautiful. Okay, so since it's there, I want to go on to the streets of West Coast, USA, and do a little police work in probably the worst police car of all time. It's definitely going to be a fast one, but probably the worst for actual police work. So we got to try it out here. Where is it? There it is. Police US version. And I don't know if this thing actually has lights or not. Let's check this out. Does it have police lights? Oh, there we go. Yeah, it does have some lights. I mean, not a lot. I don't know if I would actually notice that in my rear view, but it does have police lights. So let's get some AI on the streets here and bring some people to justice. Alrighty, there we are. Even if we do pull some people over, I don't exactly know how we'd take them in. It's not like there's 2 seats or anything. So, not sure how that would work. Anyway, can you pull over? Will the AI pull over for me? I guess not. They don't even get out of the way. That guy turned into me. I see some guy really driving on the wrong side of the road here, going way too fast. We're gonna have to take him out here. Didn't even do anything to him, really. It lifted his car up for a second, but that's about it. So, yeah, like I kind of predicted here, not exactly the best police car you could have, but definitely one of the coolest. It looks like it's a police car from, like, Blade Runner or something like that. It's just really funky looking, really futuristic. Yes. See, I ran into that guy, like, at 100 miles an hour, and it just kind of, I mean, it really fricked him up, but it didn't exactly crunch him like you would expect it to. How about this guy? Yeah, it just kind of messes up his bumper a little bit. That's pretty much it. All right, let's get some real speed here. See how fast we can get going. There's a lot of turns around here, but this thing handles them very well. Okay, I crashed. Maybe we should go to the highway for this. That's probably where we're gonna get the best speed here. So let's go up the on-ramp the wrong way here and immediately run into somebody great. think I could squeak by these guys. I'm small enough. There we go. It's so low to the ground. It's ridiculous. I'm surprised there's not sparks flying out the back of my car right now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, we're on the highway. I may have crashed a little bit. Let's actually run full speed into somebody and see what kind of damage this could do. Because it's basically like a missile. Are they like trying to hit me? That's kind of what it feels like. All right, let's spin it around. There we go. Too far, too far. Okay. Nice recovery, but not what I'm trying to do. All right, let's go full speed. And maybe we can swing onto the wrong side of the road, too. And I just want to absolutely just annihilate somebody with this thing. This thing is kicking fire like no other right now. Look at that. It's like a flamethrower. Uh-oh! Oh, my God. Well, we wrecked ourselves quite a bit more than we wrecked this guy. I mean, we put a pretty big dent in this guy, but again, it just doesn't seem like it did that much. Because, like, how fast are we going? 150? We hit this dude at 150 miles an hour. You think he'd be a little bit more mangled than that, but no. But we were completely mangled. Anyway, so, not exactly the best police car, but will it fly far on the car jump arena? Something tells me yes, so let's do it. Alrighty, so obviously we need to do the fastest version of this thing, the track one. Hopefully I can actually control this thing down the hill, because it does get a little wishy-washy at high speeds here, especially trying to keep it in a straight line. But it seems to be doing pretty well here. 140, 156, I believe. Yes, and we're gonna do a backflip. Well, almost a backflip, and just land straight on our heads. I didn't even see where we actually landed there. I was too preoccupied with this thing doing a backflip, and we're gonna skip into the pool. Not bad. Okay, let's actually do that again and actually pay attention to where I'm landing this time. There we go. Keep it straight, buddy. Keep it straight, good buddy. There we go. There we go. The yellow banana of a vehicle here. There we go. And another backflip. Past the 300, about 335. I believe that's what it looked like anyways. Skid through the sand over the pool this time. We got a bad bounce, it seems. Oh my goodness. But again, mostly in one piece. We lost a couple covers here and there. But besides that, this thing holds up pretty well. So what a week, man. We get two just absolute monster track toy go-kart things. I don't know what these things are specifically called. Race cars. They're basically race cars. Anyway, we've got two this week. That's awesome. I'll have a link down below if you want to check it out for yourself. But that's going to be it for me. And remember to send in your submissions if you beat my time on the late again scenario. And yeah, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. See ya.